What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Jerry Seinfeld, the eponymous comedian of the 1990s hit sitcom, hinted that his show, or at least the show's finale, may get a redo. What that pertains to, we don't know yet. So I'll put a link to this article in the pinned comment in the comments section below from MSN.com. Jerry Seinfeld hints that something is going to happen with Seinfeld finale 25 years later. The comedian teased fans during his Boston stand-up set that he, quote, has a little secret, unquote, about the beloved series ending. Seinfeld, which ran for 9 seasons from 1989 to 1998, is still considered by many to be one of the best shows of all time. And now, 25 years after airing its controversial finale, there seems to be an update. During a stand-up set in Boston last Saturday, Jerry Seinfeld, who is 69, was asked by someone in the audience if he liked the ending, according to a clip posted by a fan on Instagram. The ending? Well, I'm not going to try to do that. I'm not even going to try to do that. The ending of the show? Well, I have a little secret for you about the ending, but I can't really tell it because it's a secret. Here's what I'll tell you, okay? But you can't tell anybody. Something is going to happen with that ending. It hasn't happened yet. In response, the audience broke out in applause and cheers. And just what you have been thinking about, Larry, and I've been thinking about. So, you'll see. He said in the fan-shared clip, referring to how show creator Larry David, who also served, referring to show co-creator Larry David, who also served as head writer and executive producer of the series. The finale was comprised of 2 episodes that originally aired in May of 1998. In the episode, Jerry, George, Elaine, and Kramer faced a legal trial in a small town after unknowingly violating a local Good Samaritan law. The series ended with a foursome. Ugh. Outside of lane. But the series ended with the foursome being found guilty and sentenced to 1 year in prison. Back in 2021, Jerry Seinfeld shut down rumors of a possible Seinfeld reunion during a Netflix press junket, saying there's absolutely nothing going on. I think what's going on is that as time has moved on, because I think he was, at the time back in 1998, when he quit the show, he believed in the same mantra that, let's say, Gleason felt after that one season of the classic 39, or how a lot of comedians feel. They want to go out on top. They don't want to push a show to a point where it's past its prime, and it's not the same type of show. You can make the argument that Happy Days went on too long. You can make an argument that The Simpsons have gone on way too long. I don't even know if it's an argument. They've gone on way too long. Family Guy, it's not what it once was. It just happens. You run out of things that makes the show funny. The characters lose some of their appeal. The exhausted storylines. And I think Jerry Seinfeld realized that by that 9th season, they were getting kind of close to the end, like as far as running out of quality. Matter of fact, you can make an argument that the 9th season, the show was losing some of its quality and luster. So he ended it. But a lot of people were bothered by the ending of the show. But I wasn't, because it's a show about nothing. So what makes you think that the finale was going to be this grand send-off? It started as a show about nothing, and it ended as a show about nothing. The show started with Jerry Seinfeld, curiously nitpicking about a button on George's shirt, and it ended with him doing the same thing. I liked the ending, but some people didn't like. Actually, a lot of people didn't like it. Now, don't get me wrong. A shitload of people watched it. What was it? 76 million people. The largest audience for a series finale, in the last 30 years since Cheers. But over time, it's developed its reputation for not being satisfactory. And I think it's gotten to Jerry Seinfeld, because I think he felt the same way. I think Larry David definitely felt the same way. So I'm thinking what's going to happen is, honestly, I'm thinking it's going to be a Super Bowl commercial or something. If you're talking about doing something with the finale, doesn't that make sense? It's going to probably be a Super Bowl commercial. Look, I understand from a cultural standpoint, you can make the argument that Seinfeld was not relatable to many people in our community. And I say our because I'm very aware that the majority of my subscribers are black. Not all, because I do have a lot of subscribers who aren't black, but the majority are black. But I love Seinfeld, me personally. I think I started watching Seinfeld sometime around 1990. I think around 1994. I think around 1994 is when I started watching Seinfeld. And I only started watching it because at the time we didn't have cable. So I started watching reruns in the 94 summer. So that would have been the 93, 94 reruns, right? And then by that time, I think Seinfeld was beginning to run in syndication. So I was beginning to watch some of the older episodes. And then as the new season started in 94, 95, I was hooked. And I watched the show, the original run to its totality. And, it was a really good show, so, and I still watch it to this day. Back then, my favorite character was Kramer, but obviously that's not the case anymore. I mean, just for obvious reasons, right? When you really watch that show, if you really watch Seinfeld, in my opinion, as you get older, you begin to realize how brilliant Jason Alexander was on that show. George makes the show. He makes the show. He's the best actor. To me, he's the funniest character. Not for Kramer. I mean, Kramer, when you're a little bit younger, with the falling and the physical comedy, don't get me wrong, he's great with that. Outside of the fact that, the fucked up shit he said. But, I gotta give it to George, man. George is the guy that I really look at now that I'm older. And Elaine, too. In a lot more ways than one. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. Like I said, I think this is going to be probably like a Super Bowl thing. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's going to be like a Super Bowl commercial. Which, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? But maybe I'm wrong. But tell me what you guys think.